Built in 1957 to plans by architect Paul Schwebers and Hans Schoßberger, Bikini House, just off the Kurfürstendamm, became an icon of free market commerce in divided post-war Germany. But in the decades following reunification, as East Berlin became the city's epicenter of cool, this West Berlin shopping center became downmarket and lackluster. Until recently, the pendulum is swinging as galleries and fashion boutiques are migrating back to the west of the city. In April of this year, Bikini Berlin reopened after an extensive makeover that includes a 10-story 25 hours hotel and the famous Zoopalast cinema. The buildings were acquired 12 years ago by Munich-based property developer Bayerischer Hausbau, who bided their time in developing the right concept for a city in flux.
When you look at all statistics in the days of 2002 and 2003, I think nobody would bring money to Berlin. They would go to Munich, go to Hamburg, to Frankfurt. But I think it was really clear on the hand that Berlin will grow. It's wonderful that it was the perfect time when we started to develop Bikini Berlin. We are a part of a destination of the City West. We want to create something special in this urban destination, an urban oasis.
Bikini Berlin's shift away from mainstream and mass-produced goods is redefining shopping in the resurgent West Berlin.
West Berlin has been pretty much in hibernation for a long while. So it was not a place that you would want to go to. Not a cool person would want to go to West Berlin. And like in many cases, if something's so dead and so empty, there's a kind of a vacuum. And then there's an empty space and an opportunity that you can fill. And you can change things much easier than if you're going to a hip place. And I think you see that all over the world. And definitely what interests me the most was the location.
Overlooking the zoological garden, the Gestalten Pavilion is a new mixed-use retail concept for Germany's prestigious publishing house.
Our idea was to give a chance to experience the creativity, the quality. People are looking forward to see stuff that they do not see every day, and something that has been produced with a deep sense of quality and devotion and admiration. And we're trying to be helpful here. But I think when it comes to retail, a lot of the smaller cities are really struggling to create something special, to create something outstanding, to create great service. Retail is in a complicated state, but the only way to create something which is worth going to is really to create something that makes a difference towards buying something at Amazon and getting something delivered by UPS.
The complex's airy redesign by Munich architecture firm Hild & K is a cleverly constructed home to a selection of shops ranging from Maikita to Andreas Mercudis. Mercudis, one of Berlin's visionary fashion retailers, was one of the very first on board and was pivotal in building the confidence to secure like-minded premium tenants. Newly merged design company Vitra Loves Artec joined only 8 weeks before Bikini's grand opening. In a 200 square meter space by Berlin architects González Hase, Vitra and Artec furnishings are complemented by products from favorite and local brands, as well as the Giro coffee bar.
We need to be bold and brave when we do our own retail, and look what fashion has been happening. It came from very, very traditional multi-brand stores to monobrand stores, and the monobrand stores start to be more like you go almost in a movie when you go in there. It's very important, but we have to challenge ourselves. What I find very exciting, and I believe it's going to be more and more in the future stores, it's the transparency. People are curious and interested to understand what makes the price and what makes the form and what makes the sort of identity of the products. The deeper we can go, the more credibility we can achieve.
To assure that shoppers can always find something new, the developers have created a fluid, changeable space in the main hall. The Bikini boxes are wooden pop-up booths in which smaller independent purveyors can set up shop for 3 to 12 months. It's a carefully curated mix, including some companies who have, up until now, only traded in the digital space.
We see companies from only online moving to offline. We saw people only offline moving to online. So the question is, where's a stopping process between that? It's an exciting time. I think nowadays you get everything at every time and every place. So you have to be something special and that customers will come.
Nearly 500,000 people visited in the first month, and Bikini Berlin is proving to be an interesting role model for what can be done with the idea of the shopping mall. For Monocle, in Berlin, I'm Kimberly Bradley.